So what we have today with us is a very, very interesting car. You see, this is the most affordable Porsche car you can buy in India, even if being affordable means spending rupees 70 lakh. But let's keep that price tag aside for the next 5 minutes and talk about the Porsche Macan in detail today.
Nobody in their wildest dreams could have thought of Porsche, the iconic sports car maker, to diversify their product lineup with SUVs. However, the massive success of Cayenne pushed Porsche to bring out yet another SUV called Macan, which happens to be the most accessible product in the Porsche's lineup globally. Launched back in 2014 and last updated in 2019, the Macan is turning out to be an equal success like the Cayenne, and its price and size has a lot to do with it. Porsche Macan is a 5-seater luxury SUV that gets a very dynamic look, especially in certain color options like the red one we drove. The Macan has a very tasteful design with signature elements screaming Porsche all around. The grille gets gloss black treatment and the squarish fog light unit has certain chrome touch. The side gets a sloping roofline meeting the rear just like a coupe, and the company calls it the Porsche FLYLINE, which gets off your attention from the height of the Macan. There's also a small roof mounted spoiler to add to the sporty touch. The rear gets new taillight strip with 4-point brake lights. The 5-spoke alloy design felt a little average to me.
Overall, in terms of design, the new Porsche Macan does not pretend to be big, brawny and muscular SUV. Rather, it has a very unique profile of its own thanks to the interesting elements like this connected tail lamp unit here.
Move inside the cabin of the Macan and you see a typical Porsche design with buttons and switches all over. The central console now gets bigger 10.9-inch touchscreen infotainment system. The rest of the cabin is essentially the same as the previous model. The AC vents are placed below the system quite close to the central tunnel, where all the buttons to alter mechanicals of the Macan are located along with the gear lever. One good thing is that the instrument console is fully analog with 3-ring layout for driving enthusiasts. The thumb roller on multifunctional steering wheel is not of my liking, but I love the rotary knobs on the main console. Above the infotainment system is a stopwatch with an analog and digital display. In terms of practicality, the cabin space specifically at the rear is strictly okay for the vehicle of this size. There are not many places you can keep your stuff apart from the couple of cup holders in the front. Even the rear AC unit is not digital. The boot is deep and wide, nearing 500 liters, but due to sloping roof, loses on the height.
The Porsche is offering the new Macan with 2 engine options, a 2-liter petrol engine which we are driving today and a more powerful 3-liter V6 turbo petrol which comes in the Macan S. And it produces 354 bhp of output. The unit we are driving today produces only 252 bhp, and Porsche claims that it can do 0 to 100 in 6.5 seconds.
While the Macan is available with turbo model elsewhere, in India there are only 2 variants as of now, the regular Macan and the Macan S. Since we drove the 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine with a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission along with an all-wheel drive setup, we will talk about this engine setup only. The petrol engine has 370 Nm of torque output, and combined with the exhaust note in the S Plus mode, which you can choose from the rotary knob on the steering, it gives a thrilling driving experience. The charm of sitting high like a SUV and yet getting performance of a sports car adds to the fun. The Macan also gets active all-wheel drive system called Porsche Traction Management, and that elevates the handling. Ergonomics in the Macan are top-notch and you can feel in the control of the car even while touching 3-digit speeds. While the car is on a bit heavy side, the steering makes it feel agile. The suspension is kept on the stiffer side to bring out the sporty driving dynamics. However, Porsche Active Suspension Management continuously adjusts damping force on individual wheels to increase the ride quality. The NVH levels are as refined as they can get, and even on casual slow speed drive, Porsche Macan makes you feel at home.
The new Macan is a true Porsche in every possible sense. It's luxurious, it's good looking, and it's fun to drive. Are there any shortcomings? Well, yes, there are a few. But then, owning a Macan means owning the super aspirational Porsche brand, which in my opinion negates everything else.